Gypsy Rose has never been pregnant. I'll prove it. I asked ChatGPT, if a couple has finalized their divorce and the ex-wife is pregnant but says it's not her ex-husband's baby, does the paperwork in finalizing the divorce need to address the paternity? Yes, divorce paperwork often addresses paternity if the wife is pregnant during the divorce proceedings, even if the wife claims the baby is not her ex-husband's. Many jurisdictions operate under a presumption of paternity that assumes the husband is the legal father of any child born during the marriage or within a certain time after the divorce, often up to 300 days. Key points. Paternity presumption. In most states, the law presumes that a husband is the father of his wife's child if the child is conceived or born during the marriage. This presumption must typically be addressed and rebutted for the ex-husband to avoid legal responsibility for the child. Handling paternity in divorce paperwork. If the wife is pregnant, the divorce decree or settlement agreement usually includes a provision acknowledging the pregnancy and stating who is or is not presumed to be the father. If the wife claims the child is not the ex-husband's, the parties may need to include documentation, e.g. a signed affidavit, paternity test results, or acknowledgement of paternity from another man to avoid future disputes. Why address it now? Failure to address paternity during the divorce could leave the ex-husband legally responsible for child support, regardless of biological ties, unless paternity is later disestablished in court. The state may intervene to determine paternity, especially if public benefits are sought for the child. Steps to take. Consult legal counsel. Both parties should seek legal advice to ensure the divorce decree appropriately handles the paternity issue. Paternity testing if needed. If there is any dispute or ambiguity, a paternity test might be required to resolve the issue legally. Addressing paternity explicitly in the divorce paperwork ensures clarity and prevents future legal complications. I got copies of the divorce paperwork from Gypsy Rose and Ryan Anderson's divorce from Case Studies channel. If you aren't subscribed to him, you should check his channel out. Lots of good videos on there. The paperwork never brings up paternity or the need for a paternity test. A child within their divorce is never brought up. Just another reason I believe Gypsy Rose was never and isn't now pregnant. This is what most pregnant women look like at 8 months along. I realize all women show differently, but lately Gypsy hasn't been showing much at all when it comes to a pregnancy belly. Here are recent pictures of Gypsy Rose. Very little belly. And how is she sitting with her leg crossed above her other leg if she is really 8 months along? Many comments have said she didn't do the pregnancy waddle on her way into the courtroom. Also, her belly looked smaller coming out of the courtroom than it did going in, and it was already pretty small going in. The picture with the woman who interviewed her recently doesn't show much of any belly at all either. So my question is, why lie about it? Was it to trap Ken, to hurt Ryan, or to have another season of your Lifetime show and keep the show going? Maybe all these reasons and just for attention. She doesn't complain about her swollen ankles, her aching back, or how tired she is. If people really gave her anything for her baby registry, it'd be nice if she gave the items to a woman's shelter or someone who is in need of these things and can't afford them. Just another scam under her belt. You'll see come January, there won't be a baby. For good news today, we are up to 1,204 signatures on the petition to get Gypsy Rose Blanchard back in prison for life. I will put the link in the description so you and everyone you know can sign it. Thank you so much for your support with this. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all.